Malcolm Nance, Admiral Mike Mullen, 17th chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. The headline he writes under is, "I cannot remain silent." That seems to be basically what is guiding the generals and admirals we're hearing from this week.
And Admiral Mullen is absolutely right. He cannot remain silent because this is a time for us to speak up. It's time for the generals, the admirals, the retirees to finally say enough is enough. Look, I served my country for my entire career. My family served back nonstop to 1864. We take the honor of the United States very seriously. And let's be honest, what's happened here in the last 24 hours is not just Jim Mattis. It's not just Admiral Mullen. It's not just General Dempsey. It's also Secretary Esper, who suddenly must have read the signs or the paintings on the walls over at the Pentagon about duty, honor, country. And the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Milley, has also suddenly found their backbone and have sent out orders to the forces to understand that they serve the Constitution of the United States and not President Trump. The memo to reaffirm their oath to the Constitution is a rebellion going on amongst the armed forces. It's a necessary rebellion because we now have National Guard troops who have been federalized in the streets of Washington, D.C., and they are being used against the American people. Worse, and Steve Schmidt talked about this in the previous hour, we suddenly have a secret police force in the United States comprised of Department of Justice forces, National Guard units from states that, are nowhere near Washington, Tennessee, for example, Bureau of Prison officers, Border Patrol officers, FBI SWAT teams, DEA special tactics units. All of these are being assembled into a force under the control of the Attorney General. He is now the ultimate political commissar. And as my intelligence career has guided me, I realize I have only seen this in a few places. Saddam's Iraq, the Soviet Union, which you may as well call Russia today, is still the Soviet Union under Vladimir Putin. But now the United States has a force that is answerable only to a tyrant. And that's the only word you can apply here, because the president of the United States has decided he will go up and use force against the American people. It's disgraceful. And if any of you have children in the armed forces, please call them and remind them that their oath is to America and the Constitution, not to the president of the United States.